You thought understanding overthinking would stop it. But it did it because knowing is not the same as changing. You still feel it, that voice in your head, questioning everything, doubting every move, replaying every mistake. And sometimes it gets so loud that you don't even know what's real anymore. Overthinking is not just thinking too much, it's a form of mental attachment. You get attached to your thoughts, you believe them, you trust them, you follow them. Even when they hurt you, even when they drain you, even when they lie to you. Because here's the truth, your mind doesn't always tell you reality. It tells you stories, stories based on fear, stories based on past experiences, stories based on insecurity, and if you never question those stories, they become your reality. That voice in your head, it sounds like you, but it's not always you. It's a collection of everything you've heard, your past, your environment, other people's opinions, all mixed together, creating a constant narrative. You're not good enough, you'll mess this up. They're judging you, and because it sounds familiar, you believe it. You've probably tried to stop overthinking before, you told yourself. Just relax, stop thinking, but it doesn't work. Because you're fighting your mind with your mind. And that's a battle you can't win. The more you try to force thoughts away, the stronger they come back. The real shift happens when you stop being the thinker and become the observer. Instead of saying, I'm anxious, you say, I notice anxiety. Instead of, I can't stop thinking, you say, I notice thoughts. That small shift creates distance. And in that distance, there is control. You don't have to react to every thought. You don't have to solve every problem in your head. You don't have to figure everything out right now. Because most thoughts are not urgent, they just feel urgent. And when you stop reacting instantly, your mind starts to slow down. Your brain follows patterns. If you always react with fear, it will keep producing fearful thoughts. But if you change your response, you change the pattern. Instead of overanalyzing, you move. Instead of doubting, you act. Instead of avoiding, you face it, and slowly your brain learns a new way. Here's something most people ignore. Overthinking is not just mental, it's physical. Your body is tense, your breathing is shallow, your nervous system is activated. And as long as your body feels unsafe, your mind will keep searching for problems. So sometimes the solution is not in your head, it's in your body. Slow your breathing, relax your muscles, move your body, and your mind will follow. Overthinking is control, or at least the illusion of it. You think that if you analyze everything, nothing will go wrong. But life doesn't work that way. No matter how much you think, you can't control everything. And the moment you accept that, you become free. You don't trust life. You don't trust outcomes, and most importantly, you don't trust yourself. That's why you overthink, because thinking feels safer than trusting. But growth requires trust. Indecision feeds overthinking. The longer you delay, the louder your mind becomes. But the moment you decide, even if it's not perfect, something shifts. Clarity appears, energy returns, because your mind finally has direction. You are not your thoughts, you are the one who sees them. And once you realize that, everything changes. You stop identifying with fear. You stop believing every doubt, you start choosing your response. Overthinking loses power the moment you stop feeding it, not instantly. Not perfectly, but gradually, step by step, choice by choice. So here's the final truth. Your mind will always create thoughts, that will never stop, but your reaction. That's your power, and the moment you take that power back is the moment overthinking loses control over your life. You've spent so much time fixing others that you don't even know what it feels like to choose yourself. Helping became your habit, sacrificing became your normal. And somewhere along the way you disappeared, not physically but mentally. Emotionally, because every time you had a choice, you chose them over you. The problem is not that you care, the problem is you don't know where to stop. You confuse support with responsibility, you confuse love with sacrifice. You confuse helping with saving, but here's the truth. You can support someone without carrying them. You can care about someone without losing yourself. You feel responsible for everything, but responsibility has limits, and control is an illusion. No matter how much you try, you cannot control people's choices. You cannot control their healing, you cannot control their growth. And the more you try, the more frustrated you become. Because you're trying to fix something that was never yours to control. Be honest with yourself, there's a part of you that needs to be needed. Because when someone depends on you, you feel valuable, secure, important. But that's a dangerous foundation, because your worth should not depend on someone else's problems. This is where everything changes, boundaries, not walls, not rejection. A boundary is not saying, I don't care about you, it's saying, I care about myself too. It's knowing where you end and where someone else begins. And most people never learn this. When you start setting boundaries, you will feel guilty. You will feel selfish, you will feel like you're doing something wrong. Because you've been conditioned to always give, to always help, to always fix. So when you stop, it feels unnatural, but that guilt, it's not truth. It's conditioning. Detachment is not coldness, it's clarity. It's understanding that people are responsible for their own lives, their choices, their actions, their consequences, and your role is not to control that, but to respect it even when it's hard. This is one of the hardest things to accept. Sometimes people need to struggle, not because you don't care, but because that's how they grow. If you keep fixing everything, you take away their opportunity to learn. And you keep them dependent while exhausting yourself. Imagine this. All the energy you spend fixing others focused on yourself, your goals, your growth. Your peace, how different would your life look? Because right now you're investing in everyone else's future. Except your own. Self-respect is not loud, it's quiet decisions. Walking away when needed, saying no when necessary, choosing peace over chaos. And the moment you start doing that, people will react. Some will respect you. Some will resist you because they were used to the old version of you. You are not the fixer, you never were. You are a person who learned to survive by helping others. But survival is not identity, and now you get to choose who you become. Taking your power back is not about changing others. It's about changing your response, choosing when to engage, choosing when to step back. Choosing where your energy goes, that's control, real control. So here's the truth, you don't have to fix everyone. You don't have to carry everything, and you don't have to lose yourself to prove your worth. Because the moment you stop trying to save everyone else is the moment you finally save yourself.